They saw me when I started with the 15 God, but what they didn't see was like the bigger plan, the bigger vision of the farm. So guys, like today we are not looking at the 15 goats that we started with, but we are building a real livestock farm from the 15 goats. Who knows, like one day we may be one of the biggest farm right here in the region. So guys, this video is about to be insane from start to finish, so stay tuned. But before we forget, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please guys, what are you waiting for? Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you'll be part of this amazing family. With that being said, let's get the video on the way. Hello everyone, it is a beautiful evening right here at the farm, and for those who don't know, we are coming live from northern Uganda. Just to be specific, we are right here in Amoro district doing this amazing job. So like to make everyone come with that on the same pace, guys, like we have just made like 2.5 years in this game of goat farming. So guys, it is just crazy, like looking at where we started from and what we have right now. And for those who don't know, we started this very farm we are in with just only 15 animals. It is now 2.5 years, and this is what we can show you as an evidence of what we have been doing for those past years. When we started out with the 15 goats, we were not having like a expensive equipment, nor do we have like a expensive goat structure. And at that particular point, like we have not yet figured it out, like even like as we talk right now, we have not yet figured out everything, and that's why like we are still learning in this game of goat farming. And as I keep telling you guys, like always, you should be open to learning. Looking back then, it is just that crucial decision that we made, like to start with the 15 gods. It is what led us today. So guys, like in today's video, I want to share with you like the bigger vision, the bigger picture that like we are heading, like because like currently we are building a system, we are building a plan for the farm, so that like what we scale the farm to a business level. You guys, like you really know that what when you start something out like with a small number, it is really very hard like to make to go to that business level, especially like this livestock farm, because like you just imagine with the 15 goats, like someone will just like decide to just like what come and buy it in one day. So when we started out, our bigger picture was not like to look at the market at that particular point, though like for us, like we secured the market, because like I remember like sometime like someone like asked like how much like have you made over this past period, like the 2.5 years. So guys, like I want to take the opportunity also like to answer that very question. You see, like at the beginning, like we were not looking at the money aspect of it, though like we wanted like to scale the farm, like to make like a business sense, because like you know, like everything you do, like it is just like for the money. It's not like for a hobby, all this kind of thing, because if it is for the hobby, we are not going to be here. So guys, like when we started out, our main aim and focus was like to scale the farm. It's like what to increase the number of animal. That is like organically we have to increase the number from the 15 animal. That's why our main focus was to increase the number of animal. So at this particular point, we are still like focusing on that, though like very soon we are going to start what hitting the market. You know, like one or two, like you need to also like go and try the market. But as we talk right now, it is just crazy. Even like the small people in my circle, I cannot even like what like satisfy them. So guys, as I talk, like the need for the goats is just like too much. The only thing is what they need is what the goats. If you have like a few number of animal, you will run sort of the market, because like if you're an entrepreneur, you have to understand that once you eat the market, it is just like it should be like a loop. It should be like in a circle. It should just like it should not be like you're going to go to the market today, then like after a year you cannot produce something to the market. It's not like making a business sense. That's why like our main focus is like what first increase the number uh of the animal. Basically, when we talk about increasing the number, our aim is like focusing on the female goats, because like we set a target so that like we acquire like some number of the animal. Then after that, for example, like let's just put like if like for example, if you have like 100 females, so like from the under 100 females, we know that like we can generate like what numerous number of kids. It's enough from those kids that what we are going to hit the market with. And as we talk right now, we have not hit that target of like having that certain number of females, so that we start hitting the market straight away. So guys, like some of you may not like what understand like what the business model in this goat farming. So like when we talk about the business model in goat farming, there are basically what 3 different business model in goat farming, and this one basically depend on the kind of what goat farming that you are dealing with, because like when you want to involve yourself in this process of goat farming, you have to understand it from the start that are you that kind of person who is going to involve in meat production, or are you going to involve yourself in like milk production, or you are going to be a breeder? So basically we have these three different business model in goat farming. As I gave you guys a hint, like our first model is like when you want to become like what a farmer who is going to deal in like goats that will produce meat. So like you basically will be in this other side of what meat production. So in meat production, basically is like you are going to what grow your goat. Either you're going to slaughter it yourself, or you're going to sell the animal to the market for meat. So even if like you are going to cut the animals yourself, or you're going to sell it like a live animal to the market, you need the number, because like as a Atulo guys like sometime back that word, you need the number, because like the animal what the market is so demanded to the extent that what if you have few animals you will run sort of the market. So that's why for us like we took it as an initiative that what let's just like first multiply and then we increase the number, so that like we have that target number. Then when we start eating the market, it is just like a constant flow. It is in a loop. We cannot run sort of the animal. When like you come today you get animal, if you come tomorrow you get animal, and that is when like what it is going to make like a real business sense, because like selling one or two animals like to the market will not make you like big money. But just imagine like in just like a single bunch you can sell like around 50 animals, 25 animals. So the money you're going to get from the 50 animals, or like the 25 animals, will be like some huge amount of money. That is our first business model. Then our second business model is what I talk about, the milk production. So basically milk production in goats is just like it is like a niche market. When you talk about a niche market, it is like most people don't think like goats can produce milk, right? But it is one of the most expensive milk you can get outside, because like it has a lot of therapeutic important. So like you find like they use goat milk to produce lotion. Even like you see these beautiful ladies around. Nowadays like some of them like use milk like to bathe, like to just like soak themselves with. So like it is just really, really very, very expensive, and that's why like it is only the elite, like the rich people, who can afford it. And if you want to involve yourself like in this kind of market, you may not like require a bigger number, but you have to like what start with something. So that is like a business model number two. Then our last business model is what when you are a breeder. So when we talk about a breeder, is like someone who is going to grow this animal basically for genetics. Is when you talk about genetics, you grow like the pure animal with the aim of selling it to this small farmer. Like for example, like for me, like if I want to start like a different goat farm, then like I can decide like to get like maybe like some few pure breed. Like I start with it. So like those kind of farmers who deal in this kind of like pure breed, yeah, they are called breeder. And for them, like they may not look at the bigger number, but they look at the quality of the animal. So in everything you do, you have to understand it from the start, so that like what when you are about to hit the market, you really understand everything from the beginning. So guys, like the only thing I've learned over this period is like you can start with anything. So like it doesn't mean like you should have like 100 of animals for you to start. So guys, like for us here right now, like we have 100 of animals. So looking back at where we started from, we just started with the only 15 goats. So like the only thing you have to know is like you can start with whatever number. The only thing is like you have to do everything strategically, and everything take time. Over this period, like it is just not easy. That's when like I came to realize. I remember like sometime uh my mentor told me is like not everyone is like what built to be an entrepreneur, because like the journey is just not easy. So guys, like over these 2.5 years, it was just also not easy. We met a lot of challenges, and if we are still even continuing what meeting what different challenges. And if you are not strong, you may not even like tolerate it for so long. And that's why like a lot of people have interest and have started this project, but at the end of the day, they don't take long in the what in the project. And that's why they said almost over 80% of people who start their business, they just they earn it within the first year. They just don't celebrate their second birthday. Just 80%. So guys, like if you want to venture into this business, you just need to start, but make sure that you are ready. Be ready what to expect. They say what you have to expect the worst but hope for the best. So as you want to venture into this business, it is just like just easy. Like it is not easy, because like I remember like even like guys, like at this particular point we are supposed to be having what more animals, but if you look back then we lost animals, like it was just not easy. So for us is like it was just like a tuition for us. It is what we have failed, because like remember like something like you put your mind in, like you can achieve it, and that's why we are still continuing. Because like if we stop, because like maybe like we have lost like 30 kids, like we lost some few animals, just like it is just so devastating, if you're not strong, that's when like they said an entrepreneur should be willing to take risk. So those kind of risks, like it is just like it comes with a lot of pain, and that's why they said what you should be willing to endure short-term pain for a long-term gain, because like the pain is too much if you're not strong, guys. I'm telling you, even me, like I think like it reached a certain point, like I told myself like I just can't continue with this, because like it was just like too much. But as an entrepreneur who want to see a greater good, like yeah, you have to just endure, and that's why we are still continuing. We want to build one of the biggest business in the region. Who knows, like we may even just like continue. And guys, I want to tell you like this is just the beginning. We are not stopping, even if like we meet some few challenges here and there. We are not stopping. We are just focused, and we will continue until like the end. So guys, like I hope you are going to be there to watch us as we grow along our journey. That's why like for us, like I said, like if you're not a subscribe to this channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, so that we'll be part of this amazing family. Because like we are also learning as you are what, like learning is like a two-way process. You learn from me, I learn from you. So guys, like the turning point for us is like when we started like to treat this as a business, is when like we stop like focusing on the number, and now starting to build system. Because like like if you are a businessman, like if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to build system. And for us, we came to realize it that when like what we made this like what the three model or three principle of goat farming. And that's what I keep telling you guys, because it is the key to build system in this goat farming. And for those who don't know, I've already made a detailed video on this, and if you're not watching it, I will leave a link of that video at the end of this very video, so that like after finishing watching this one, you should go watch it, because it is very key if you want to build a long-lasting business. Because from agriculture you can build what we call generational wealth. So like for you to build a generational wealth, you need to build a system that can last over time. Even if like you are not there, people can take it over from there, and that's what we are currently doing. Probably when we are talking about those systems we are building, we have started to work on our genetic. Like what we want to talk about genetic is basically the breed of animal we bring to the farm. Because for us here, as you may know, like for us, we are mainly focusing on savannah breed is basically for meat production. So like when we started out, we started with the 50%, but as we talk right now, we have 100% pure back right here at the farm. So we were working on our genetic. So as we talk right now, we have some good offspring of good percentage, of which like we're still working more on that one. Because I think like very soon we are going to have like another breed right here at the farm, some pure breed right here at the farm for the same breed like savannah. We're going to have it right here at the farm. So that is working on genetic. Then the next one is the what it is our nutrition. So guys, like nutrition covers 70% of goat farming. And if you want to build system, and if you want to scale the farm to the next level, you need to hit nutrition really very hard. And that's why for us here, we are very proud. Like we have started to work on our nutrition slowly as we talk right now. We have like a three quarter of an acre, that is that we have already planted our alfalfa, and it is like doing very well. But as we talk right now, we are just like expanding the farm slowly. I think like in a few weeks time, we are going to be planning our new pastures. Like guys, it is just crazy. I can't wait to share with you with that one. So we are still also working on our nutrition slowly. And then the third principle is like the management. It is one of like the key principle in goat farming, for you like to build a proper system right here, a proper system for this business. So like you have to understand, like when we talk with management, it is just like it is so broad. But I tried like to break it down for you guys in that very video I told you guys about. So in management, you need to look at the market, the market plan. We look at like a human resource management. You look at the financial management. So guys, that is what we are building right now. We are building a system that can last over time. So guys, like after working hard, like try to build system here and there, we're still like doing it more. So guys, like that is what we are working toward, and I hope it is going to help us scale the farm to a very big business model. So guys, like they saw 15 goals, but for us, like we saw a foundation for a bigger livestock business. I hope someone found this video helpful. So guys, like if you watch it up to this point, I really appreciate. But if you are not subscribed to this channel, so guys, like what are you waiting for? Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to this channel so that you'll be part of this amazing family. Guys, I'm telling you, there are only few people who are bringing this kind of content, and that's why for us here we said at the farm we have amazing content coming your way every week, every Friday. So guys, like with that being said, I can't wait to see you in our next episode. Bye bye.